Assalamualaikum. Here is Mera Mehboob and my roll number is BSF 1701856. Today I am going to discuss about sputtering. And the key concept of my topics are sputtering deposition film growth, glow discharge sputtering, some kind of glow discharge sputtering, DC RF diode sputtering, triode sputtering, magnetron sputtering. Additional methods for sputtering are ion beam sputtering, reactive sputtering, non-reactive sputtering, collimated sputtering, and diode sputtering. Here we are going to study about the type of sputtering. Some kind of glow discharge sputtering are DC sputtering, RF diode sputtering, and magnetron sputtering. First of all, I am going to discuss about DC sputtering. DC or direct current sputtering is a thin film physical vapor deposition coating technique where a target material to be used as a coating is bombarded with ion gas molecules, causing atoms to be sputtered off into the plasma. These vaporized atoms are then deposited when they condense as a thin film on a substrate to be coated. The basic configuration of a DC sputtering coating system is the target material to be used as a coating is placed in a vacuum chamber parallel to the substrate to be coated. The vacuum chamber is evacuated to a base pressure removing water, air, hydrogen gas and argon, and then backfilled with a high purity inert process gas, usually argon due to its relative mass and ability to convey kinetic energy upon impact during high energy molecule collision in the plasma that creates the gas ions that are primarily driving force of sputter thin film deposition. Typically, sputtered pressure ranges from 0.5 meter tur or 100 meter tur. DC electrical current, typically in the 2 to 5 kilovolt ranges, is then applied to the target coating material, that is the cathode or point at which the electron enter the system, known as the negative bias. A positive charge is also applied to the substrate to be coated, which become the anode. During stable conduction condition, electrons are emitted from the cathode, which get accelerated toward the positive electrode, and hence the sputter gas molecules, argon or positive ions. The ionized atoms are then impinging on the surface of cathode electron, the target material, which is. As a result, secondary electrons and sputtered atoms have produced that led to the further gas ionization, which is sputtered away from the surface. Earlier, only DC sputtering was used to grow metal oxide thin film from a metal target using argon and oxygen gas mixture that serve as a sputtering and reactive gas respectively. Now there is a diagram of the DC sputtering process. We can see here the in the above position in the diagram is a cathode target on which a thin film can be coated from a substrate holder which is below and at the bottom of this diagram anode, and from which the gas molecules are moving ionizing the ion. That ion are then coated on the cathode surface. Now we are discuss about the uses of DC sputtering. DC sputtering is mainly used when depositing conductive material. The positive charge sputtering gas can easily be accelerated toward the target, where they ejected target atoms that are then easily deposited on the substrate. It is a cheaper and viable option when dealing with large substrate quantities and sizes. There is some limitations of DC sputtering. Only electric conductors can be sputtered, as otherwise an opposing field builds up and the sputtering process stops. The other limitation is that only low sputtering rates are achieved since only a few argon ions are formed. DC sputtering target is held at high voltage. Substrate may be a positive, ground, or floating potential. Argon gas is introduced at high pressure, equal or less than 10 Pascal. High voltage 100 to 3000 is applied between anode and cathode. Visible glow is observed when current flow between cathode and anode. The regions are a result of plasma. What is plasma? A mixture of electron, ions, neutron, and photons. Density of particle depend on gas pressure and simple relative ease in fabrication and thickness uniformly over large area, relatively high deposition pressure, and relatively high substrate temperature. This diagram we will explaining the DC plasma sputtering. As we already studied above here, there is a globe between cathode and anode, and we see at the above of this diagram there is a substrate anode on which the target material from cathode is used to form a thin layer. Another type of sputtering which is radio frequency sputtering. In this sputtering, high frequency voltage is applied between cathode and anode. Alternatively, keep changing the polarity. Oscillating electron cause ionization. 5 to 30 MHz frequency can be used. 13.56 MHz frequency is commonly used, and there is RF sputtering. RF or radio frequency sputtering is the technique involved in alternating the electric potential of the current in the vacuum environment at radio frequency to avoid a large building up on certain type of sputtering target material, which over time can result in arching into the plasma that spew droplets, creating quality control issues on the thin film, and even led droplets creating quality control issue on the thin film, and even led to the complete cessation of the sputtering of atom, terminating the process. Traditional DC sputtering is a cost-effective way of applying metal target coating that are electric conductors like gold. However, DC sputtering is limited when it comes to dielectric target materials coating, which are non-conducting insulating materials that can take on a polarized charge. Examples of some common dielectric coating materials used in the semiconductor industry include aluminum oxide, silicon oxide, and tantalum oxide. Before we discussing about the RF sputtering regarding the conductor, and now we will study in the case of insulator. Like oxide, after the argon ions strike the surface, their charge remain localized that gradually build up on the target and further bombarded on the surface become impossible. This charges accumulation phenomena can be neutralized by applying an RF potential to the target, whereas simultaneously bombardment with both positive ions and electrons would occur. Due to the higher mobility value as compared to ions, more electron will reach the insulating target surface during the positive half cycle than the positive ion during the negative half cycle, and hence the target will become negatively self-biased, which will repel electron near the target and hence create a cloud of positive ions in front of the target surface. These ions will continue bombarding the target, and a continuous sputtering can be achieved without any decay process. Now we will discuss about the benefits of RF sputtering. First of all, insulator like aluminum oxide or boron nitrides and semiconductors can be sputtered. And second, the sputtered heats up less, and due to the oscillating electrons, the sputtering rate at the same chamber pressure is about 10 times higher than with DC sputtering. And now we will discuss about the limitations. Relatively low coating rates, the RF generation is more expensive than at DC voltage sources. For large rectangular cathode greater than 1 meter, unevenness in the plasma density layer thickness distribution may occur. And the RF sputtering in 13.56 MHz frequency is the most used frequency for RF sputtering, although it can vary in the range from 5 to 30 MHz. However, RF system require an impedance matching network between the power supply and the sputtering chamber. We'll discuss about the comparison of RF system with the DC glow discharge system. Compared with DC glow discharge system, the RF system is relatively high discharge system, relatively high coating rate, can deposit both conductive material and insulating material. Only additional need for sputtering conductors is for a blocking capacitor to prevent shorting the target to ground. Now here I am going to discuss about the difference between DC and RF sputtering. The main difference is that the power is used in RF sputtering is AC, यानी कि alternating current, while that in DC sputtering is DC, direct current. Basically, during DC sputtering, the working gas will be ionized. As a result, many positive ions will be produced within the chamber and accumulate on the surface of target. If the conductivity of target you sputtered is not very good, in order to avoid this problem, we can use AC power instead of DC. During the positive electric field, the positive ion are accelerated to the surface of target and sputtered it, while the negative field, the charging positive ions on the surface of targets can be removed. I am going to discuss another type of sputtering, which is diode sputtering. Non-uniform coating over large surface area, complexity and difficulties of scaling, vulnerability of thermonic emitter to reactive gases, shorter film life. and it is the diagram of diode sputter deposition system, and it will be discussed in my next lecture later. Now I am going to discuss about the another type of sputtering, which is magnetron. In simple cathode sputtering, only an electric field is applied and additional magnetic field is arranged at the magnetron sputter. Due to superimposition of the electric field and the magnetic field, the charge carrier no longer move parallel to the electric field lines but are deflected on to a spiral path, and they now circle over the target surface. This prolongs their path and increase the number of impact per electrons. The electron density is highest at the point where the magnetic field is parallel to the target surface. This causes a higher ionization in this area since the ions are hardly deflected by the magnetic field due to their mass. The largest sputtering on the target takes place directly in the area below. Erosion trenches are typically of magnetron sputtering from on the target. The effectively higher ionization capacity of the electrons leads to an increase of the noble gases ion number and thus also of the sputtering rate as more target material is atomized. This led to significantly higher coating rates at the same process pressure. Since the layer growth and thus the layer properties in addition to the temperature depends primarily on the process pressure, you can start with the same growth rates, the process pressure by up to 100 times lower than in conventional sputtering. This result is less scattering of the material on the way to the sputtered and denser layer. Magnetron sputtering is the most widely used method in microelectronics for producing metal layers. In magnetron sputtering, the percentage of electrons that cause ionization collisions by utilizing a magnetic field to help the confined electrons near the target. RFDC sputtering rates can be increased using magnetic field by using magnetic behind the cathode to trap the free electron in a magnetic field directly above the target surface. These electrons are not free to bombard the substrate. At the same time, the extensive circular path curved by the same electron when trapped in the magnetic field enhance their probability of ionizing a neutral gas molecules. This increases the collision rate and thus improve the deposition rate. Now we will discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of sputtering. First of all, advantages: high deposition rate होता है, reducing electron bombardment of substrate, extending the operating vacuum range, ability to operate at lower pressure. And now we will discuss about the disadvantages. An origin track is the target. This led to poor efficiency of sputtering yield versus target volume compared to non-magnetron sputtering. Non-uniform removal of particles from target result in non-uniform film on substrate. We will discuss about the additional method of sputtering, which is ion beam sputtering, reactive sputtering, non-reactive sputtering, collimated sputtering, and diode sputtering. I am going to discuss about the ion beam sputtering. Ion beam sputtering utilizes an ion sources to generate a relatively focused ion beam directed at the target of the sputter. These ion sources consist of cathode, and anode with a common central axis. Applying a high voltage field of 2 to 10 kilovolt to anode creates an electrostatic field inside the ion sources. When argon gas is injected into the ion source, the high electric field can cause the gas to ionize, creating a plasma inside the source region. The ions are then accelerated from the anode region to the cathode, creating a collimated ion beams. The resulting ion beam impinges upon a target material via the momentum transfer between the ions and target, sputters this material onto the sample. Ionization source: use external ionization source, single ion beam. Now we are going to study about the ion beam sputtering system using the silicon target and oxygen nitrogen discharges. Following figure showing the typically setup of ion beam sputtering. In this method, a separate ion source is kept for the generation of energetic particles, where the ion flux and ion energy can be controlled independently and the angle of incident on the target can be optimized with respect to a maximal sputter yield. With the dual beam ion sources, the film growth can be influenced additionally by the bombardment with energetic particle of a defined energy and angle of incident, frequently used for activated reactive sputtering or for the production of highly textured film by selective resputtering of misoriented crystallines. This is the schematic diagram of the ion beam sputtering system using the silicon target and oxygen nitrogen discharges. Advantages of ion beam sputtering: unique coating properties, very high kinetic energy. Ion beam may lead to excellent adhesion and high density. Independent control over kinetic energy, 100 to 10,000 electron volt and current density of ions. Directionality control of ion beam, low deposition pressure, high deposition rate, no gas atom incorporation, and no substrate heating. Now disadvantages of ion beam sputtering: need separate ion source, substrate size limited because of small ion beam size, approximately 100 micrometer diameter. That's all about my topic, and the remaining part of my topic will be explained by my co-group member Faiza Majid.